Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the road. 806 HSSC Two-A-Days Tour Preview. Came out here to talk to Timothy Childers, one of the top running backs in 2A, All-State first team last year, 2,700 yards. Wanted to come down here to his hometown and check it out and get a look around Crosbyton and talk to him about the upcoming season. What do you have to say about Tim as a man on the off?
He's awesome. I really like talking to him. He's very supportive of his team, and even though he does good on his own, he knows that he does it because of his team and because of teamwork.
Tim Childers. I say Tim Childers. The whole Childers, you play with his big brother. I'm not mistaken, Nathan, right?
I play with Nathan.
The whole Childers family.
Coming from Nathan and Tim, and same thing, I think Tim's going to be better. Tim's got more yards already, and Tim's going to, he's a pretty good guy. And he's going to do some damage out there on that field.
All right, Tim, we down here doing an 806 HSSC Two-A-Days preview, kind of early, teaser to talk about our top 5 players in the 806. Came down here to Crosbyton. Wanted to get a feel of, how people take football down here. Since it is kind of small, this might be the only thing that rallied the city, kind of.
Yeah.
How do you feel coming into this year as your senior year of football?
Feeling pretty strong. Same faces I saw last year, just they lost some key players. I think we're bringing back everybody. We're losing a star player, 2 star players.
Yeah.
They were a big help to the team, but I'm pretty sure what we got right now, we can accomplish a lot of things.
Okay, and then let's talk about last year. 2,700 yards, 41 touchdowns, great individual as a team. You went to the area round, lost an area round. So what did you do this summer to try to kind of, fix that, help remedy that as a team, as an individual? What did you do?
We had little groups that we picked up together, running backs, worked out with each other, linemen, worked out with other. That's what I'm real thankful for as a lineman, because they've been doing their thing all summer long, and it proves on the field and it shows on my yardage.
Yeah, it did show in your yard. As far as defense goes, do you like going both ways? I mean, you look like a terror back there, middle linebacker. Did you like that, or did it wear on you towards the end of the season, or how'd you like that?
It started wearing down on me.
Started wearing down on you?
Yeah.
And I went to go watch y'all in Roby in that game that you lost. Scored 4 touchdowns and had 220 yards rushing in the first quarter. Have you had a game like that before?
Never. That was crazy.
I thought everything was open for you. I said, this is the Tim Childers I've been looking for a while. Watching your brother run. I remember the first game you came up on varsity. Talk about that number 25 on your jersey. Talk about the tradition that your brothers have coming through here. I saw you were number 5. You came up and took 25. What does 25 signify to you and your family?
That's 25. It started off with my first cousin, Anthony. A-Rod, everybody called him A-Rod.
Okay.
That's Elliot's brother, older brother.
Okay. Elliot,
yeah. And then Nathan, as soon as he moved to varsity, nobody had the number, so he's like, I'm going to go ahead and take it because it's my cousin's number. And when I started football, I was 7th grade, and I was like, you know what, Nate got it. I'm going to go ahead and start off with it. And we just kept it with the family.
And you've been working here at this Dairy Queen we're at for, you said, a year and a half.
A little over a year and a half now.
Okay. So how do you juggle working here, doing football, doing all the sports? You also do a lot of track as well. So how do you juggle all that?
It's a tough schedule, but they work with my schedule a lot. They let me shuffle my hours. But it's a good job. It's easy. It's not hard.
And we've all had, personal things happen to us, good and bad. You had some ups and downs as far as, tragedies in the family, things of that nature. How has that shaped you, as a man?
It affected me pretty good, but I think I took the right foot going ahead and just turned it into a bigger accomplishment, pushing myself forward, what I can do.
When you think of Crosbyton football, what comes to mind? I mean, just a general one. If somebody says Crosbyton football, what should they think?
Family.
Yeah, I know it's a lot of family when I go to games of that nature. Real tight-knit culture. So what are your expectations this year, personally? Not even trying to win a championship. I mean, we of course know that, but how are you trying to become a better man this year when you leave off and probably go next level to play football?
Right now, my goals right now, I'm going to break 3,000 yards. I set a goal for myself. I'm going to have over 45 rushing touchdowns.
Whew. 3,000 yards.
3,000 yards.
You know what? What's crazy is it's true. I think you could do it because you were injured a lot last year. Let people know that you were injured, most of the year, and you still put up those type of numbers. And if you would have played the whole game against Roby, you might have hit 3,000.
Yeah.
When them holes was open. So besides yourself, who are some players that we need to be looking for Crosbyton this year?
Our quarterback, Ashton Ellis, is one of the key players. I have a bunch of linemen to look out for. You should
Yes.
look out them linemen. Julian Rodriguez, Evan Guerrero, JJ Javier Vasquez is supposed to be playing.
Okay.
He's bringing back a lot of strong linemen.
You just lost your coach, Coach Rogers. He left, and now you have Coach Huseman. Have you got any contact with him? How is he?
We bonded a little bit. We helped him. We talked and helped him move him to his house and everything.
Oh wow.
But before school ended, we had like practices with him and everything. He's a pretty good guy. I like what he has up his sleeves.
He's got stuff up his sleeve.
Yes, sir.
I mean, y'all New Jersey is real good.
Yeah.
So, on your final thought for other players looking, because to me, you're a role model kid. You play hard, listen to your coaches, listen to your uppers. You're working. You're doing this. You're all state. What do you tell kids in your situation that come from a small school that think that they can't get notes on a higher level like you're doing? What do you tell them?
I just tell them, like, there's always a brighter side on it. You can't think negative. Always look forward. Whenever times are tough, just fight through it. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do.
Okay. And you fought through a lot of tough times, and I want to tell you I'm proud of you. I remember I saw your first game up on varsity. I knew you were gonna be something special then, and I'm happy. Yeah, against Ross, you went off, and I'm happy to see you coming in full circle, senior, and really finna have an explosive season. That'll see you go next level or do whatever you want to do, and that's all you can ask for as a player, to be in a position to do what you want to do when you get done with high school. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time, man, and I'll be seeing you on the road.
All right.
All right.